Hey, fifth graders. Today is Thursday, May 7th. Just a little bit about what you have to do today. I need you to finish reading chapters 11 and 12 of Loser. And like I mentioned yesterday, for these chapters, there's not going to be a quiz, but you should be on the lookout for a writing prompt. I personally, just between the two of us, I much prefer reading your writing and seeing what you think of the story versus having you do those comprehension questions. And you as a whole, the class, you do much better writing down what you think about the book versus answering the questions. And I want you to be successful, so I'm leaning more towards doing more of that. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. You have a optional stream project today, so check that out on the slides if you'd like. It's about religion. You should be working on your secret project. I'm seeing so many great poems come in. You guys are doing exactly what I hoped you would do with the poetry, where some of you take a more lighthearted approach to the poems and you have jokes in there. You have what adults would call pop culture references. So if you're making references to like TV shows or books or movies, I'm getting a kick out of those. And then some of you take it more serious and you're writing about your feelings and about things that are serious to you. And I just am loving it. I'm just blown away. I think Mr. White is kind of getting sick of hearing the poetry, because every night when I sit down to read it, I'm like, oh, honey, just one more. You have to hear this. You have to hear this. Isn't this so good? A fifth grader wrote it. So I am bragging on you guys, and I am loving this poetry unit. For math, you get your last set of Cinco de Mayo math, and I saved the best for last. Fractions. Do you remember how to multiply fractions? Do you remember how to add and subtract fractions? Think about your steps. We took a long time learning this, so I have faith in you that you remember and that you can do this. The secret project, I kind of have to go back a little bit, but you obviously won't be able to submit that to me because that's going to go to someone special on Sunday, but I would love to see it. So if you can either bring it to Zoom today at 11 or Zoom tomorrow at 11, just to show me that it's done. And then I posted all these ideas, and I would love to see what they look like actually done by a fifth grader versus just popped online by somebody that has a blog or a website. So bring those on in. If you haven't finished your science project, this is a great day to finish that up. Remember to choose your slides carefully. You have to represent each of those 4 spheres in each of the pictures. So if you were to choose something like a desert, you're not going to be able to label the hydrosphere in that picture, are you? So please make sure that you are choosing your sphere very carefully, and then just using those text boxes like I showed you to label them. Just a quick note before I wrap this up. If you ask me for a personal meet, or if you have a question or you want to work on an assignment with me, I was on all day yesterday helping people. Absolutely no problem. Happy to do it. Love seeing your faces. Please don't stand me up. I'll wait in Google Classroom for about 15 minutes after the time you request, but then I'm going to move on. I have a lot of things to do as far as getting your work back to you and, preparing the new work for next week. So if you say 2 o'clock, I'll be there 2 o'clock, I promise, but you have to be too. So speaking of times, I will see you today at Zoom at 11 o'clock.